Aries, thanks for visiting. I am back, as you can see, and here, sadly for you, I should say. So yeah, this is a reading for mid-January. And as I always ask you, if you like this reading, please like, subscribe, leave a comment if that's what you would like to do. It's up to you, and I'm in a silly mood. And if you want to support this channel, there are ways you can do that in the description down there below in the description box. And the other thing is I'm really, really grateful to have a new sponsor. And it's with Keen, K-E-E-N. They're a website, there are thousands of readers on there, very experienced, very affordable. So if you're interested in that, go and have a look in that link down there as well. There's more information about that too, and the link to them is in there. No more of that, I'm going to start your reading right now. All right, so the first card you've got for your past is this King of Wands. This is you. This is you. You're the king of energy. You're the king of action. You know, so that's you. So I think you're ready now. I'm getting this feeling of having a clear head now. I think at one time you had a very mixed up head. At one time, I think you had a love connection around you that gave you that mixed up head. And if you look at this king, you can see behind his head, you've got that lizard going around and around and around. I don't know if you can see that. It's like a salamander or a lizard going around. And it's like, my head's really kind of all over the place. It's going around and around. I can't do anything. I want to move forward. And I think you've been suspended like that for a while. And now your head's a lot clearer. You're ready to move forward. I think you might be ready to move forward with something to do with ambition, money. You're a very ambitious person. Obviously, Aries are like that. And yeah, right next to this king, you've got this Page of Pentacles. And he's looking at this coin. And he's saying, oh, can I do this? You know, this is a student. Page is a student. So they're not, you know, they're not mature yet. They're still learning. They're still looking up to what they might do in their future, just like a student does. Can I finish this course? What happens after that? What happens in my life? I've got my whole life ahead of me. And so you might be looking at this and thinking, well, this thing that I want to do, this work thing, this ambition, am I going to be able to do that? What I'm telling you is, because you've got this clear head now, you've left someone, I'm seeing you've left a love connection now, you're away from someone that had you turning upside down and round in your head. You're away from that now. Your head is a lot clearer. Yes, you're ready to do this now. That's what I have to tell you. I'm getting something quite specific for someone here. So I don't know if this is for you or not, but it's for someone definitely. There's some kind of home you want to be in. There's some kind of new place you want to be in. I'm seeing it's a view out a window. And I think you look out your window and you think, oh, I wish I had that view. I wish I was in that city or that place. I can just see it. I can just see it. If that's you, you can manifest that now, because you've got that clearer head. You've got that clear path in front of you. You didn't have that before. And the reason why you didn't have that before is, I'm getting this really clearly, there was a love connection around you. And that's how they had you. Up and down, very emotional. I'm getting this is what I'm getting in my head. I'm getting this picture of sand. You know when you're on the beach, and I hardly ever get to the beach, but if you do, if you've got this beautiful sandy beach, say if you're very lucky enough to be near the beach, if you pick up some sand, and the more you hold the sand, the tighter you hold the sand, the more it kind of slips out of your fingers. I think that's how this person was to you. And you're always playing catch up. You're playing chase with them all the time. And sometimes Aries love that. Aries love a little bit of the chase, a lot, you know, sometimes. But I think with them, it was just, they were just that little bit ahead of you. And I think, you know, you're clear about that. You're clear, I should say. Your head's clear. You're out of that now. So you're away from that now. There's still a little bit of you that looks back over that now. There's still a little bit of you that kind of misses that feeling of that chase, if that's you. Because I've got this, you know, this is what I'm getting. It's like, oh, your phone would ping. You know, it's like, oh, it's a message from them. It's that excitement when that phone goes off and you look at that, you go, oh, it's from them. And then maybe you don't answer it for a while. You just say, okay, I'll make them wait. Even though what you really want to do is jump on and talk to them right away. But it's that feeling of that chase, of that excitement. I think that's what you miss. But you can't have that. That is not going to work for you in the long term, because the other side of that excitement is that heartbreak. It's like, I'm trying to catch that. I'm trying to hold that sand in my hand. I'm trying to get that person. And the more I chase, the more I run away, the more heartbroken I am. And the thing is, you're a very delicate person. You've got a very delicate heart. A lot of people don't see that. And I'm seeing that now. I'm looking over at the Page of Pentacles, and I'll talk a bit about that later. But this person didn't appreciate that about you. Yes, you love the chase. You love passion. You love all that. But you want your heart to be treated properly. You've got a very, very, very delicate heart. It breaks very easily. And they didn't know that, obviously. And they just kept on letting you chase them. They'd come backwards and forwards and give you little bits, you know, and then you'd kind of leap on those little bits. But it's not enough. You deserve way, way better than that. You know that in your head, but I think there's still a little bit of you that misses a little bit of that chase. So I've just got that happening there for you. So the other thing I'm getting here is, I'm just looking down at this Six of Wands and the Seven of Wands under that. So you've got the 6 and then the 7. So I think, yeah, I'm getting you being able to do this ambition that you want to do. You're going to be able to do that. You've got, you know, the victory card here. So whatever this is you want to manifest, if it's this home, this new place you want to move to, if that's you, or if it's just a business thing or something that you want to do, whatever it is in your head, again, you've got a clear head now, you've got a clear path ahead of you, you've got the victory card here, you can do that. Now, as you rise higher in this thing that you want to do, I think you're going to have a lot more people bothering you. Maybe they're going to be goading you, if you know what that is. It's like kind of poking you, asking you goady questions, being a bit nasty. You have a lot of that. You get a lot of that as an Aries, because I think as an Aries, you come across as this big, strong, bold person, and people think, oh, I can't hurt them. They're just this big, bold person, and, you know, I can say whatever I like. No, you've got this very, very delicate heart inside you, and you're hurt by what people say. So I'm picking up on a specific person here, and I shouldn't laugh because it's horrible actually. It feels like it's not a relative, but it's someone related to family, if this is you. I know this is specific, but I'm getting this. They might be related to your family by marriage. They're around your family. It's someone around that, someone you go back with a long time. Now, they've always poked at you. They've always prodded at you. And to other people, they come across as this amazing, lovely, sweetness and light person. But you know what they're really like? And they've prodded at you. They've poked at part of your personality. They've said some really nasty things to you, very shady things to you. And what I'm getting is one very particular thing they've said to you, and it might have something to do with your personality as a core, or it might have something to do with your appearance for some people. So, but what it is it's something that's a core to you. It's a part of you. It's a key part of you. It's something you can't change about yourself, and that's particularly cruel if that's you. So I really hope that doesn't resonate with you. But if it does, I think what's going to happen is, going on through the year, I think they might start to up those digs at you. Now, what you've done is, I think you've backed away from them. So you're not talking to them. You've backed away from this axe that was making you go up and down and all those things. And you've backed away from this person as well. And I think you're absolutely right to have done that in these two cases, to completely cut them off, or not talk to them, or just, you know, ignore them, totally rise above them. That's what this sequence is telling you, because you've got you know, the 6 of Wands here and the 7 of Wands under that, and the 7 of Wands has got all these people prodding him, attacking him, and all these kinds of things. And what that's telling you is, you've done the right thing. You've risen above these digs. You've risen above these kind of people, and I think keep on doing that. I think you're probably going to have a lot more problems coming from that particular individual as you go on throughout this year, especially if you are able to do this ambition, fulfill this thing you want to do. Because what I'm getting is, you're climbing higher, like this man in the 6 of Wands. It's in his high horse. That's you. You're climbing higher, and as you climb higher, of course, people are going to want to attack you. And again, on the 7 of Wands, he's up on a hill. I don't know if you can see that. I'll put that up so you can see. He's up on a hill. That's why they're attacking him, because he's up higher than them. And so this person's going to keep on doing this. Again, don't rise to the bait. Don't say anything to them. Keep on rising above. Do what you've been doing. They're going to up it again. They're going to say more things. A lot of this is going to go on behind your back. It might be on social media, because sometimes this Seven of Wands can be about attacking coming from a faceless person. So they're not attacking you face to face. So it might be on social media. So just be aware that that's happening. Be aware that that's coming. You're on the right track to turn your back on all of that. You're turning your back on everything that happened last year. It's a new year and you're moving forward. So I really hope that makes sense to you, because it feels dramatic, but it's really good. You're turning your back on that now. Even though a little part of you likes that chase, likes that excitement, but you know, your head knows that, you know, you don't want this up and down, round and round in your head anymore. Okay, so we'll go on with this Page of Pentacles up in your present now. Beautiful, beautiful card. Again, what this is showing me is, this is what I was getting before. You've got this beautiful mixture. This is what Aries is all about. This is what I love about you. A lot of people don't see that. Again, they see the boldness. They see the ambition. They see you big, brave, bad, all those things. You know, but really, deep inside you, your heart is extremely delicate. You've got that child side of you as well. And again, the pages are students. Sometimes they're teenagers. So you've got that child side of you inside you. But when you think about a child, they cry very easily. I'm not saying you cry easily, but they've got that very delicate heart. They've got that playful heart, and then they've got that very, very delicate heart. And you don't show that side of people very often. You don't show that side of you to people very often, because if you do that, you know, it's so delicate. It's like glass. It can break very easily. And that's what's happened with this ex. And that's the lesson. If you look back on that and you say, oh, I miss the chase, I miss that feeling, I miss hearing that ping on my phone, it's so exciting. No, you don't want that, because your delicate heart has been broken over and over and over again. And you can see that, because in this, usually it doesn't represent that. Usually this represents money or a coin. But for me, I'm seeing that coin as representing your heart, because this page is holding it so delicately on the tips of his fingers. And that's your delicate heart. And under that's the Two of Pentacles. That's how your heart was with his ex, going round and round and round. That's the lesson there between the two. Don't go back there. And so, you know, you're very delicate, not just in love, in all areas. If people prod you, if they poke you, you know, it hurts you. And if this person, just going back to this person I'm seeing who was kind of saying nasty things to you, don't change a core part of yourself because someone said something to you. If you're going to change something about yourself, and I was getting appearance for some people, and I was getting a part of your personality for some people. If you're going to change a part of your personality, if you're going to change a part of your appearance, that's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I'm all for change if that's what you want to do. But don't do that coming from a place of reacting to someone, from a place of negativity, from a place of, I don't like that about myself, I feel hurt by what someone said, so I'm going to change that about myself. Don't change anything about yourself because of that. Only change something about yourself because of positivity, because I want to be better, because I see myself as this, because I see myself as this new person, as someone who's better than how I am, going up a new level, wanting to be something else. It feels positive to me. I love myself. That's why I want to change this about myself, so that I can be better for myself. That's the reason why you change things. Sorry, I went off on a tangent, I know, but I just felt as if I had to say that to someone that just came back again there. So yeah, you don't want this delicate heart to be played with anymore. Treat your heart from now on like this page is treating this coin, as a beautiful, delicate, golden object, which is what it is. Your heart is gold. You have a heart of gold. Treat it like that. Treat it delicately. Treat it kindly. Only let people into your life that are going to really see the true you and see the true heart that's inside you. That's what I'm seeing there. You can let lots of people into your life, but what I'm talking about is the people that you let close to you, very, very close, into that inner sanctum, I should say. Okay, right. There is someone talking to you, I think, if this is you. I'm getting conversations. Sometimes the Two of Pentacles can be about conversations. It can be about text messaging or any kind of messaging on social media, WhatsApp or whatever, going backwards and forwards. You've got, if you look at the Two of Pentacles, you've got going up like a seesaw, going up, going down. My turn, your turn, my turn, your turn. So I'm seeing some messages coming in for you. I think you might already be speaking to this person. I don't think you realize how they really feel for you. I think this person has huge feelings for you. I don't think they're letting on how much they really feel for you, how deep their feelings are. Again, with this Page of Pentacles, very, very cautious person. So they don't want to overstep their mark. They don't want to come rushing in like a bulldozer and then it frightens you away. They want to be very careful, very delicate, and that's a really good sign actually, because that shows me that they know that that's what's in your heart, or at least they're willing to find out what's in your heart. Because with this Axe, they weren't doing that. They didn't care what was in your heart. They're all into the chase. They're all into the game. You want someone who knows your heart. Once again, that's the lesson there. So I'm getting lots of maturity around this person. They might be older than you. But what I'm getting is I'm getting lots of patience, because the Three of Wands is about patience. So they're willing to take their time to get to know you. They're willing to wait for you. The other beautiful thing I'm seeing here is, you can see on that Three of Wands, he's looking at this golden sky. He's looking at the golden sea. He's patient because he knows what he's waiting for is golden. It's valuable. It's precious. So that's how they see you. That's how this person sees you, as this precious thing. And they don't want to come in too fast. They don't want to topple things over. Again, look at the Two of Pentacles. If he makes a wrong move, the coins might topple over. They don't want that to happen. So they're being very careful, very cautious. So I'm seeing messages coming in, and then I'm seeing a wait, and then I'm seeing a few little messages coming in again, and then another wait. It's not that they're playing with you this time. It's not that kind of thing. They're just being very careful, very, very cautious. So if you're talking to someone and they're just giving those little messages, very nice person, very gentle person, very delicate, sensitive nature, that's what I'm seeing. If that resonates with you, that person has a lot deeper, a lot stronger feelings for you than you realize. That's what I'm getting. So just know that. Okay, so I'm just getting something else here with this Three of Wands down here. Again, this is all about waiting for things to happen. Now, with what's happening in the world right now, it's happened to me. I've had to cancel some traveling. I meant to do some traveling over Christmas time. I had to cancel that, obviously, which is what's happening. So there's a cancelling of something that's happening with you. You might have had a plan, some kind of travel plan. I'm seeing you traveling with someone or traveling to be with someone. I think that might have been shelved. That is going to happen later on for you, but not now. There's a big wait here. You can see, you know, he's standing there, he's waiting. He's got these 3 ships really, really far ahead of him. So you are going to have to wait for that trip to happen again. You are going to wait for a while. And you can see what's happening in the world. We've got, oh, we're opening up again. Now we're closing. Now we're opening. Now we're on lockdown. Now we're not. So we've all got that kind of thing. So you're going to just have to wait for a while until you're 100% sure for that to happen. The other thing I'm getting is that there's someone around you here. They might have cancelled something on you. And I think it's really hurting you, actually. This is what I'm getting for someone. I know this is specific again, but I'm seeing someone that cancelled on you. You might have wanted to go see them. You might have wanted to do something with them. You might have planned something and they've cancelled. They've said no to you. So, and it has hurt you. It has really, really hurt you. Now, if you're not speaking to this person, no, I don't want to tell you what to do. But if you opened up to this person, if you reached out to this person, I think they'd explain this to you a lot more. And I think you'd realise that what's happening around them is there's some kind of anxiety, some kind of nervousness, some kind of problem like that around them. And I think if you speak to them, I think you'll realise what this is really about. That they really should explain that to you, but I feel as if they're a little bit ashamed of something. So reach out to them. If that's happened, you might have to swallow your pride a bit. I know that's not easy. I'm a fellow Aries. I know that. But I think if you do swallow your pride a bit and you do open up and you do talk to this person, I think you'll find out the reality of what's behind this, them saying no to you or cancelling or whatever that is. So that's for someone. So I hope that helps someone. I hope that makes sense to you, because someone's really hurt as well. You're hurt, I know, but someone else is really hurting as well. Okay, right, so the first card you've got for your future is this beautiful, beautiful High Priestess. So she's the card of knowing. She's the card of spirituality. Sometimes she's the card of hiding things. So again, I think with this love connection, this person that's talking to you, this is right next to that Page of Pentacles again, with this beautiful, delicate heart, and he's looking right into this High Priestess. So I think this is about this love connection. Now, to you, it's not a love connection yet, I don't think. I don't think you're realising what's happening. But I think, you know, I think this is going to grow. And I think as it grows, I think as you get more, you know, you get more messages from them, I think you'll realise in time that, you know, you'll realise their true feelings for you in time. But it's happening very, very slowly. I'm seeing that all over this reading. Very, very, very slow. But yeah, the communication is going to start to get more frequent. I'm getting that very clearly. And as it becomes more frequent, you'll twig, you'll realise in time, you say, wait a minute, why is this person talking to me now? Why did they say that little subtle thing? Why did they say that little kind of cheeky, you know, slightly flirty thing? Very cautious, but a little, oh, there's something in there. I'm feeling that, I'm seeing that. So I think as that time goes on, you'll see that. And then I think what will happen is it'll be your decision to make. It'll be your decision to make. But again, what I'm getting here is, because I'm getting this beautiful High Priestess, and she's the priestess of just sitting there up on her throne, not saying a lot to people. And under that, you've got this beautiful Empress here. Now, and with the Empress, she's very comfortable. She sits there very comfortably. You know, she's very, you know, she's very nurturing. Look how comfortable her dress is. She's on this comfortable seat. So what I'm getting with this new connection is it's very, very comfortable. And the problem I was getting with you is, is that you do look back on this chase and you do think, oh, the excitement, the chase, I kind of miss that. I miss that pinging on my phone. You're not going to get that from this person. You are not going to get that from this person, because they're coming up as this very delicate soul. You know, they're coming up as the Empress and all that. So you're going to have to really adjust to this new way of love, this new love. Now, don't prejudge this. Don't think, oh, that's not very exciting. That's not very passionate. That's a bit boring. Don't do that. Now, I'm not saying 100% go after this person and you should be with them happily ever after. It is beautiful, and that can happen if you choose them. You can have an absolutely beautiful, stable love with this person. I can see it happening in the future. But don't say, oh, I don't want that because I don't feel that excitement. I don't feel that passion. It's there in time, but you've got to be patient. You've got to be patient. It's not that kind of love. And when you think about it, did that work for you in the past? Did chasing after someone work for you in the past? No, it didn't. It really didn't. So it sounds like I'm being bossy, I know. But, you know, again, the Empress is sitting above this Page of Swords. This is what this is showing you again. The Page of Swords, he's unsteady. I'll lift it up. He's on this mossy hill here. If you're on a mossy hill, you can fall off. You know, so you weren't stable before, and that's what had you all in your head. That's what had you unable to move forward in your ambitions. When you've got this person behind you, they will sit beside you. They'll help you. They're not going to create turmoil and stress in your life. They're going to create the opposite. They're coming up as this Empress. So that's what I want to tell you with this love connection. I really, really think they're a really, really good match for you. I really think it's almost like they're polar opposites to you. Polar opposites. And look at this High Priestess again. Look up here up the top. You've got these two poles, or these two pillars, one on each side, and they're the opposites. That's you. Polar opposites, but you fit together perfectly. That's what that's telling you. So that's all I really have to say. With that, I hope that makes sense to you. So yeah, Aries, I hope this resonated. If you do have that person that you're just kind of texting a little bit, you're in this little bit of communication with them, please at least give this a chance. Please at least give this a chance. But I won't say any more about this because I'm just going on and on, but it feels amazing to me. But yeah, obviously this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everyone. But thank you so much for listening.